Imagine waking up one morning, not to your alarm clock, not to your chores, but to the possibility of anything. You don't have to rush, you don't have to count pennies, you don't have to ask anyone's permission to live your life. This isn't a fairy tale. This isn't a dream. This is true financial freedom, and it means so much more than not working. It's a new dimension of freedom where you are in control. Not just of your money, but of your life. In this video, I'll show you what it really means to be financially independent. Beyond the stereotypes, beyond the fancy cars, beyond the myth of passive income, you'll understand a deeper, more human, more inspiring truth that could forever change how you think about money and yourself. So stick with me! What's the first thing that comes to mind when you hear financial independence? Maybe a beachfront house, long vacations, or fancy cars, never having to work again. Most people imagine this, a comfortable life where you don't have to hustle, worry, or count pennies. But the truth is, real financial independence is about much more than money. It's more than the illusion of not working. It's a deeper freedom, a philosophy of life. A whole new way of relating to yourself, your work, and the world. Let's start with the basics. The first level of financial independence is when your income is more than your expenses, and you're not living paycheck to paycheck. This is the level of stability. But this isn't freedom yet. This is just stepping out of survival mode. The second level is when you have an emergency fund. You have savings, and you won't fall apart if something unexpected happens, but you're still trading your time for money. At the third level, you have passive income, investments, automated systems, digital products, or businesses that generate income even while you sleep. And this is where something completely different begins. This is the point where your decisions are no longer determined by can I afford this, but by do I want this? Your time isn't dictated by someone else's calendar. You don't have to ask for time off. You don't have to accept projects that don't inspire you. You can choose who you work with and who you don't. And you get to the point where money is no longer your motivation but meaningful work, your mission, the impact you want to make on the world. True financial freedom is the freedom of possibilities. You can slow down. You can learn new things. You can create. You can discover who you really are when you're not defined by your work anymore. Most people never get to this point in their entire lives because they're stuck on a hamster wheel, and they think this is normal. But there's another way. You just have to change your way of thinking. Financial freedom doesn't start with having lots of money. It starts with believing you can have it too. Believing it's not just a playground for the privileged. That money isn't a bad thing. It's not about scarcity, but a tool. Not the finish line, but a key. And with this key, you can open a door to a whole new life. Freedom doesn't mean doing nothing all day. It means doing what you love. Maybe you enjoy working. In fact, you probably will. But differently, with enthusiasm, with passion, without pressure. You can say a big yes to an idea and a resounding no to anything that drags you down. And this isn't just about you, because if you become free, you can also free those around you, your family, your kids. You can inspire others, set an example, create opportunities. Think about it. How many of your decisions are determined by money? What kind of job you take, where you live, what you eat, how much sleep you get, what kind of relationships you stay in, what kind of medical care you choose. How many times have you said no to a dream just because I can't afford it? Financial independence isn't about the money, it's about your life. It's about having choices, so that you're led by desire, not by need. And can it be achieved? Yes, but not overnight. This isn't getting rich quick. This is a new way of thinking, a new strategy, discipline, perseverance, and stepping outside your comfort zone. Financial freedom is like a muscle. You have to develop it. With knowledge, with awareness, with bold steps. By starting your own business. By building passive income. By letting go of your steady job, which only appears to be secure. And also by learning to say no. To overtime, to unnecessary expenses, to the life others force on you. And when you start to experience the change, you'll be surprised at what else changes along with you. Your relationship with money will be different. You won't be afraid of it. You won't cling to it. You won't define yourself by how much you have. Money will become a tool, and you will become a creator, a maker, the shaper of your own destiny. Financial freedom isn't just about the numbers in your bank account. It's in your breath, in your smile, in your eyes, in your decisions, in the way you live, and in how you gave yourself permission to do things differently. It shows in the calmness with which you weigh your options and how inner strength, not fear, guides you. It's there in your movements, the way you enter a room. You don't want to prove anything, you just want to be present. It's noticeable in your relationship with time. You're not rushing anymore, you're in control. Financial freedom is invisible, yet it permeates everything. It doesn't shout, it doesn't show off, it just quietly reminds you. The world doesn't control you, you shape your own world. But there's something else that's rarely said about financial independence. This freedom comes with responsibility. Because when you no longer have a boss, a position, a fixed framework behind you, every decision depends on you. Your success too, your happiness too, and yes, your mistakes too. Financial independence doesn't mean you'll never have challenges again. It means you now have the strength and the tools to handle them freely. And that's true power, not external control, but inner security. Many people misunderstand financial freedom and think that once they achieve it, everything will solve itself. But the truth is, money doesn't change who you are. It just magnifies it. If you're disorganized inside, freedom can become chaos. If you're stable inside, money becomes opportunity in your hands. That's why it's so important that your financial goals are always accompanied by deeper self-awareness. Because in the end, you might not need more money, but more self-confidence, courage, and clarity. And remember, financial independence isn't a static state that you achieve once and then sit back. It's a continuous process, a conscious way of life. It changes with you. As you grow, you'll have new goals, new inspirations, new ways to create value and experience your freedom. Maybe after a while, passive income won't be the point anymore, but mentoring others. To retreat, write, or create something that transcends you. And finally, don't wait until everything is ready. The first step begins with making the decision. You don't become a free person when you have enough money for it, but when you decide that you're no longer content with just struggling to survive, that you deserve a life full of abundance, freedom, and joy, and you're willing to work for it. Because the greatest gift isn't the destination, but the person you become along the way. So the question isn't, is there a chance for me? But rather, do you believe in yourself? Because if you believe in yourself, you'll start. If you start, you'll learn. If you learn, you'll grow. And if you grow, you'll arrive. At a life where you don't have to choose between freedom and security, because you create both for yourself. This is what true financial freedom means. It's much more than not working, it's the life you deserve. Now that we've explored together what financial independence truly means, you might be thinking, I want this life. If so, now you know that you don't need luck, perfect timing, or a privileged background. It just takes one decision, to think differently, starting today, and to act differently. If this video gave you a new perspective, some inspiration, or even just a little spark, please like it so more people can see this message. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel because this is just the beginning. And every week I'll bring you new content to help you start on the path that's truly yours. And if you feel ready for the next step, then check out the next video. There, I'll show you specific tools for creating financial independence with digital income streams you can start right away. Don't just dream of freedom. Start building it. Thanks for joining me.